Hi guys, hi, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Ruth Kim. If you're seeing me for the first time, I share my own experiences as a foreigner living here in Germany. I share also other people's stories to inspire newbies or new people who want to come to Germany. Anyways, as you can see from the title, we have a very special guest, and I'm going to give him a few seconds to introduce himself.
Hello guys, my name is Liam Karani. Yeah, I'm also a foreigner living in Germany. I came here in 2020, yeah, through FSY.
For those who have been following my journey, you know Liam was in this channel like 2 years ago. He shared with us this step by step on how to move to Germany as a volunteer. So Liam, the last time we checked, you were volunteering here in Germany, FSY, for
Yeah,
those who don't know. And
yeah,
that's where we left you like 2 years ago. Can you give us like a life update? Where are you now? What are you doing? How is
yeah,
Germany treating you?
yeah. The last time we did the video was doing FSY. Yeah, and then later, like after 18 months, I finished my FSY. Then I decided to do Ausbildung, but still on the same field. I'm still working with people with disabilities. I'm now in my second year. And yeah,
So, Liam, during the FSY, the volunteer service, how was it like for those 18 months?
it was nice. Like I really got a lot of experience. I really bettered my German. Like even I did my B2, my B2 German level. Like I came to Germany with B1, but like during that year, I got time to study and to learn more about the culture and also about the profession before I made the decision to do the Ausbildung.
So, after doing the volunteer year or those 18 months, you decided to do Ausbildung in the same, you followed the same direction, like working with the disability or people with disabilities.
Yeah.
So you are, in short, you're a nurse, or what exactly are you doing? Which Ausbildung is that?
Yeah, so the Heilerziehungspflege, that's Heilerziehungspflege, it means like we are working with people with disabilities, and when we break it down, the name Heilerziehungspflege, it means Heil comes from the word heilen, which means to heal in English. Erziehung is to teach, and Pflege is just Pflege. That's
Pflege
how
is nurse.
like nursing, yeah. So like us, we are usually working with people with disabilities, like in their day-to-day life, like uh, all the activities which they are doing. Like here, they go to work, they work in the workshops. So like we usually assist them to go there. We are there during their meal times. We are there when they're free during free times. They want to go maybe swimming. They want to go to for walks. They want to ride bicycle. Like we're usually just there to be with them. And also like we usually give them also medicine. They usually require medicine. So that's where the pflege part comes, the nursing part. It usually comes. We do first aid when there's danger or when it's required actually. Yeah,
So you work with people with physical and mental disabilities.
yeah, right. I work with people with physical and mentally also. And yeah, sometimes it can also be challenging, but I feel it's a nice work. At first it was difficult for me, but after some time, after staying there, after learning the people, learning also the culture, like I really found it's something which one can really do. And also a lot of people I've seen they're doing the Ausbildung, and yeah, they are now Fachkrafts, yeah, like they're working now as nurses also.
So Liam, for you to do this Ausbildung, the Heilerziehungsausbildung, what are the qualifications?
For the Ausbildung, first you need the German language, you need B2, B2 language. And another thing, also this is also like a normal Pflegeausbildung, a nursing Ausbildung, so it means you have to do an Erkennung. You have to let your papers be recognized. They have to be translated into German language. And in Germany, they need the Realschulabschluss.
So for those who are maybe new and they don't know where someone sends the documents to get an account, can you maybe tell us where you got your documents recognized?
Yeah, okay. First, I was in Baden-Württemberg, that is actually south of Germany. And in Baden-Württemberg, there's only one place where you can do an Anerkennung, that is in Stuttgart. It's a city which is down there. So, like, you just send your papers when you're doing FSJ. You can start doing it a little bit earlier because time usually goes, and uh, at the offices, the government offices, they need also your contracts and stuff. So, like, the faster you do it, the faster you get your contract, the faster you get your visa, and so it's better you start a little bit early. Like, it usually depends also on where you are staying. Like, when you're in around Hessen, you can do it in Frankfurt. I don't know in Hamburg or in Berlin where you can do it. Like, you can just search in the internet. You just search Anerkennung, meine Zeugnisse, and then like recognition of my documents, and then they'll direct you to one of the offices. Then you send your papers, you see the requirements, and then after a month or so, others do it fast, others take time. It depends on where you are, and then you can get your documents recognized.
So guys, if you see me looking down, it's because I have the questions written down here. So Liam, you said it depends with the states where like you live. We have 16 states here in Germany. So if you're in Baden-Württemberg, it's Stuttgart. If you're in Hamburg, it's Hamburg itself. So if you're in Niedersachsen, I think it's Bremen. So depending on the state, find out where you can get your documents recognized. So the next question is, how long is the Ausbildung?
That's a good question. Like in HEP, there are two types of Ausbildungs in this profession when you're working with people with disabilities. There's the main HEP, Heilerziehungspfleger Ausbildung, and there's also Heilerziehungspfleger Assistenz. Like, it means like the first HEP is like you'll become a Pflegefachkraft. Like, you'll be qualified. Like, you can, for example, when you're working in a one group, like in a group with people with disabilities, like, you'll be like the head there. Like, you'll be able to manage some tasks there, maybe as a nurse, a qualified nurse. But for the assistants, you're just an assistant to the to the Fachkraft. Like, it's like being a nurse and being an assistant nurse. This help Ausbildung, the first one, like that one is for 3 years, and then the Heilerziehungsassistenz is for 2 years.
Okay. Heilerziehungspfleger, which is curative education nurses, also educators, like Erzieher. Heilerziehungspfleger, are they also Erzieher? Like, can they work in schools or kindergarten?
Yeah, that's also a good question. Like, many people think like when you're doing HEP Ausbildung, you're only working with people with disabilities. But in our Ausbildung, we usually also learn like this Erziehung, like to teach. We teach. Also, like, when you're done, you can work in a kindergarten. Like, you can go and work with children. You can work in a school. Yeah, it's not only about just working with people with disabilities. But like, for example, in Germany, of course, they'll require a lot of people who can also deal with people with disabilities. That will also be an added advantage to you, to your CV and stuff. Like, when you say you can work with people with disability, it will be also a plus. And also in Germany, there are schools which have inclusion. So it means there are some schools here in Germany, you'll find the people, the kids who are not disabled and the kids who are disabled, they go to the same school.
Yes.
So in that case, they usually require also someone who has experience also dealing with people with disabilities, because for normal kids, it will not be that difficult, maybe, if I may say. Like, they need someone who really has a lot of experience. So I find also it's good when you do the Ausbildung, also you try also to work also maybe also with kids with disabilities, and then when you go to another school, it will also be easier for you. Or yeah.
Yeah, before we continue, Liam, before we continue, because we all need to know if when you're doing this Ausbildung, do you get paid? Because we don't want to go to school for free.
Yeah, actually, it started way back with FSJ. Like, actually in FSJ, we are just doing the same profession. like with people with disabilities. I was dealing with uh, um, yeah, vaccinated. Those are adults. I was dealing with adults with disabilities. We're getting actually pocket money, and also like the institution which I was, like they gave us a house, like you get a small room, you get food. There's some things which you don't have to pay for, like the institution just offers you, and then they add you also extra money, like for yourself, just to,
So the pocket money was during the volunteer service. The pocket money, the free housing, the food. Are you still getting the same services now
yeah,
during the
yeah,
hospital?
yeah,
You
exactly.
also
Like,
you also getting like free food.
yeah, like in our profession, like I usually work in one group. Like I work in a house. Like in our house, we have like around 8 people with disabilities, and they're like, of course, they have to take breakfast, they have to take lunch, they have to take dinner, and we are usually there when they're eating and stuff. And us as workers, we are also allowed. The house like gives us also the possibility also to take some food there. You can eat there,
So
and
so you guys stay as a family, like you are one. You eat together, you do everything together.
yeah, we actually even cook for them.
Ah,
So
okay,
like
that's nice.
when I can, like one of the times I cooked also something from Kenya. Like there's some who ate, like I cooked chapatis, and they were eating very funny, but I was just there laughing. But yeah, like it's just a family. It's this family unit where you're just there taking care of them, having nice time with them. So like yeah, so also when they're there, they're eating also. Some want to eat, some not. It just depends. But the institution gives us also that opportunity. When you're doing Ausbildung, you don't have to go and stress yourself preparing breakfast for yourself or preparing lunch. And when you're at work, then you can eat there and then continue working. And yeah,
So
and also you
so
get
uh, so
money.
so you get paid as well during the hospital. Which year are you, by the way?
I'm in the second year.
You have
Kuno.
to check if this housing is free, because most of them they deduct like money for rent.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, like when you're living in the institution, you have to pay the rent.
Yes,
You have to
because
pay the
they do
rent actually.
the reductions. So back to the Ausbildung,
Yeah,
you said it's going up to 3 years, and during this year, depending on the institution, you get accommodation and food, and you also get paid. So I
yeah,
know you have done
right.
your own research. So after the Ausbildung as a Heilerziehungspfleger, there is this part where you mentioned that you are a nurse. Which are some of the treatment care that you're supposed to do as a Heilerziehungspfleger?
In our profession, we also do treatments. We do like we usually do medicine for the people, like with different types of disabilities, different types of sicknesses and stuff. Yeah, and also we usually change wounds. Like in our group, we have someone who was hurt. Is the hand was hurt, so we usually change the bandage. We usually do first aid. We do such stuff. There's some also people who have epilepsy and stuff. Like they usually just sometimes just require like just go with them outside. They get the fresh air, and also like when their body is so stiff, like usually there's some skills which we are usually taught in school, like just to ease the nerves and stuff. So it's actually it's a lot of things. It depends because each person has a different disability, has a different sickness. So and yeah, but we usually learn everything. Yeah, like but the things which are for the people, like not just extraordinary, like from the hospital and stuff, like cardiologists and stuff. We just learn what is in our field of work.
Okay, Liam, and apart from working with people with disabilities, Behindertenheim, where else can you work? Which other professionals can you work?
after doing this Ausbildung, as we have said, you can work in the kindergarten. You can work in this Behindertenheim, like just a home for people with disabilities. You can also work in hospitals, but in another like section, like when you're working with psychiatry people, psychiatric people. Yeah, there's also an opportunity you can work there. You can also do Ambulantenpflege. That means like when you have a driving license and you have a car, you can be moving from place to place, just doing Pflege for the people. Yeah, yeah. I think those are some of the opportunities one can get when doing it, and also you can also study further. And there are also some other which you can get, like manage an institution. It's not only about just doing the Pflege. You can be a head of an institution. You can do also direction of social arbeit, like just fighting for the rights of the people and stuff.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so it's a lot. It's a lot. Yeah.
So the next question is, what are some of the challenges you're facing during the Ausbildung?
Like some of the challenges we face during the Ausbildung is like, for example, when we go to school, like it's not like we are that perfect with our German language. So we usually require also the natives also to assist us in some of the things. Like there's some things which, like for us, it's difficult as foreigners. But like just making friends with them, doing group discussions with them, it usually assists us in our schoolwork. Yeah, and also like sometimes the profession can also be tiresome, like when maybe there's very few personnel, like there are not a lot of people there, then it's a little bit tiresome also. And also it also depends with the people with disability you're working with. There are some who are in roll stools and stuff, so you have to go to the gym. So like we usually do a little bit gym sessions and sports, at least to exercise our bodies, you know. Yeah, so I think those are some of the challenges which one can find in this profession. Yeah, but when you're used to it, then I think it's okay. Then you'll just find new ways of tackling the issues and the challenges.
So Liam, what excites you the most about this career?
What usually excites that like what we usually do is not like just taking care of people with disabilities. We try like to make them to be part of the community, part of the normal people. Like we usually try to teach them to do some things on their own. Like we don't do everything for them. Like they usually take part, for example, in cooking. We teach them how to cook. We teach them how to bake cakes and maybe some other stuff. We teach them to go shopping on their own. We teach them like maybe to use the buses and trains, you know. Like we usually teach them a lot for so that they can also be selbstständig, like they can also be self-independent for themselves. So actually that's the profession. The profession is not just about working and doing everything for them, but is to empower them and to uplift them, like so that they can also fit in the community. They can also be like everyone else. It's not like we just look at the disability, but we look at their potential. What can they do for themselves? And you know, and yeah. So I think that's what really usually excites me about the profession. Like just when I see, like I've taught some do something and he's doing it, he's doing practice each day until he or she becomes able to do the tasks alone. So I find that's a very good step, and I find it nice when I do this profession. That's why I decided maybe to stay a little bit, but I really like it. Yeah.
So guys, something came up, or we had some technical issues, and Liam had to leave or has to leave the stream. But we were actually done with the video. The other thing that I wanted to say is that I hope you guys are enjoying the series of Ausbildung. Like, these are some of the Ausbildungs you can do if you're here in Germany, or if you're planning to move to Germany. You don't have to do the nursing Ausbildung, the nursing that we all know. There's so many other things that you can do, and I'm also planning to bring so many other people who have done different type of Ausbildungs. And yeah, if you haven't subscribed, consider subscribing. I love you guys, and see you on the next one. Bye bye.